It may not look like it, but this storage pad is unique, and it has a unique name. We Energies calls it the EcoPad.
An EcoPad is roller compacted concrete. We call it EcoPad because of all the environmentally friendly features it has, particularly in the use of recycled products.
If you think of concrete, there's typically coarse aggregate that's stone. Our coarse aggregate is recycled concrete. In the case of the fine aggregate ingredient, we're using bottom ash. And as a cementitious material, we're making maximum use of our fly ash as an ingredient. This results in a utilization rate that exceeds 90% for this material.
That material, the bottom ash and the fly ash, are coal combustion products, or CCPs, from We Energies power plants. This ash is rich with minerals, but in the past it was discarded.
In the old days, coal combustion products weren't necessarily viewed as a valuable mineral resource, and as a result, landfills were built and needed. We view landfilling as something from the past.
Today, We Energies is committed to finding beneficial uses for these products. That effort has the approval and support of the state of Wisconsin.
The Department of Natural Resources encouraged recycling of industrial byproduct because by beneficial use of this material, the material would not end up in the landfill and take up the valuable landfill space.
We Energies' beneficial use program is thriving. Virtually none of the utilities' coal combustion products are wasted.
We actually attained a usage rate of 110%. That compares to approximately a 40% utilization rate in the industry. The way that we're able to attain a level like that is by making use of our coal combustion products being produced today, along with recovering materials from the past from our landfills. Our customers and stakeholders benefit with every ton of fly ash and bottom ash that's beneficially used.
Fly ash and bottom ash are used extensively in construction. For example, bottom ash is a good base.
We have used bottom ash in place of naturally produced aggregates, like sand and gravel. And primarily, our bottom ash is used as base materials for pavements and buildings.
Fly ash, meanwhile, is very cementitious.
The fly ash we produce at We Energies has a very strong market value for use in conventional concrete. It is used as an additive, replacing some Portland cement in concrete to make that concrete more durable and stronger. It can also be used by itself as a cementing component in the case of full depth reclamation or soil stabilization work, which is also done on road projects.
Fly ash and bottom ash are integral elements of We Energies EcoPad. Here's how the EcoPad is constructed. The first step is grade and compact the subgrade. Then a fine aggregate is added.
In this case, we add 6 inches of bottom ash as a granular fill material that you would need in lieu of, say, sand or gravel. Bottom ash provides the same performance, but it is a recycled product.
Recycled concrete is added next. It's the coarse aggregate in this EcoPad recipe. The recycled concrete is pulverized and mixed with the bottom ash. Then the mixed aggregates are graded and shaped. At the same time, a mixture of fly ash and Portland cement is transferred from a pneumatic tanker truck to a spreader truck.
Then you're ready to add the cement portion, which is a 50-50 mix of Portland cement and fly ash. That provides a cement that binds the concrete together. It's used in a 50-50 blend with Portland cement because that provides a little higher strength, and we are looking for something in excess of 3,000 psi full concrete strength.
That high strength is engineered into the mixture. Next, the fly ash, bottom ash, and recycled concrete are mixed on the spot by a pavement recycler.
The other unique aspect of the EcoPad is that it is an in situ or in place mixing technology for the concrete.
If needed, we add water. The tanker is attached to the pavement recycler, and we add the correct amount of moisture as you would with any concrete mixture.
Throughout the construction process, testers sample the EcoPad. They perform all the essential quality control tests for moisture and strength. Next, heavy equipment is used to finish the concrete mixture.
The material is ready for grading, shaping, and compaction. Then a little finished grading to get a nice smooth surface without ridges, and then the final roll, which is a smooth roll that gives you the smooth, flat wear surface.
That surface is sealed and allowed to cure.
The EcoPad, when it cures, will have a rough texture. It will have an exposed aggregate surface, possibly more natural than a conventional paving. It will have a very hard, durable surface, suitable for stockpiling heavy point loads. That's what we're using it for here. It also could be a drivable, trackable surface.
It certainly should have the same functional use as any pavement would have. It's just that it's less costly to build.
The cost to build an EcoPad is considerably less than a conventional concrete surface.
The savings are substantial. We've seen that again and again. We estimate that an EcoPad installation would be roughly half the cost of conventional concrete placed, keeping in mind that that gives you an 8-inch thick concrete surface as opposed to a 5-inch paving surface. So you're getting better value for that cost.
Intuitively, it would seem to me this is going to be far less costly than construction with new materials, because all of the materials are all recycled except for the Portland cement. If you had to go and buy the gravel and buy the sand and buy the Portland or some other cementitious product, which is now taken up by the fly ash, well, that stuff all costs a lot of money.
As does labor. But those costs are reduced as well with this roller compacted concrete process.
The operator's costs will be somewhat the same, but you don't have any of the fellows on the ground doing anything. The only people on the ground here today were the guys that were actually testing for density and moisture, and they'd be there anyway. So the labor costs are substantially lower.
Greenhouse gas emissions are also lower with this construction method.
We want to lower our carbon footprint on any activity we perform throughout the company. EcoPad allows me to do that.
For each ton of Portland cement used on a project, there's a ton of CO2 produced. It's a very energy-intensive production process, using a lot of energy, a lot of heat. Where you replace that with fly ash, those are the CO2 savings that you enjoy, and that's well recognized by the construction industry and by the environmental community. The use of recycled products in general reduce trucking, fuel, the energies used for mining and quarrying materials. These materials already exist as a byproduct, and it makes nothing but sense to use them on a project like this for paving.
This surface works. We Energies built its first EcoPad in 2006.
Our first application was at the Pleasant Prairie Power Plant and involved a pavement that's over 3 acres in size. The usage there is as a storage pad for our gypsum and bottom ash materials at the plant.
It performed extremely well. We've tested it out at over 3,500 psi strength. Very, very useful for stockpiling and tracking.
This is a versatile surface, good for many applications.
The EcoPad could be useful for a large surface storage area, paper mills, for example, or industrial storage backlots. Could also be used for roads on plant sites. A very quick installation for a very durable concrete for running on at power plants like we do, or for industrial plants that are looking for haul roads within their own property. It also is an interesting application possibly for park roads, where it would be an alternative to a conventional asphalt surface, would have a more rustic appearance to it, and obviously would have a better performance, more durable surface.
There are many good reasons to consider an EcoPad. The construction process is efficient, economical, and environmentally sound. The final product is strong, durable, and functional.
One of my goals is to have high-performing products in all of our facilities, and EcoPad brings just that, because it's a stronger material, long-lasting material, lower total cost. It just doesn't get any better than that.
The other major benefit is the environmental benefit. Every time that we can conserve materials and make environmentally responsible use of fly ash, bottom ash, we are doing a good thing for our customers and society as a whole. Recycling is good business and makes good business sense.
It's an environmentally friendly process. It reuses materials that might otherwise be disposed of. It saves time, it saves cost, and if you can ultimately get the same result, that makes an awful lot of sense.
Simply stated, it does work. We can demonstrate that with our own experience. I think clients or customers would be pleased with what they get for what they spend.